Good morning, team. This morning we're going to be doing our lab. Lab 13 is about testing antibiotic resistance, and we're going to do a simple simulation to illustrate what happens when you take your antibiotics or the lack thereof. Now, in order to do this, what I have here is the laptop with the lab procedures. I also have three different types of beans, so to represent three different kinds of bacteria. And I also have my kids' board game that we play. I need the dice to do the shaking of the dice for the random chance. Okay, and I also have a big tub here of different types of beans. So, with that said, what the lab is about is the first instruction is for us to lay out our beans in three different groups. This one being the least resistant, this one being the most resistant, and then this one is the least resistant. This one is just some resistance, but this one being the most resistant to the bacteria. And what we're going to do is we're going to do different trials of what happens when you take your antibiotics versus if you skip a antibiotic intake, and you'll see the results. Now this is all based upon the random chance of rolling the dice. If the dice lands on a 2, 3, or 4, then we'll start removing bacteria from the groups from left to right, 5 at a time. Now, if the dice lands on a 1 or a 6, then we don't remove any. Okay? Now, if we don't remove any, or if there is still from these groups remaining, because bacteria keep reproducing at such a quick rate, we're going to add 1 to each group of the ones that are remaining. Okay? So I'll do one round so that you will get the understanding of what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So let's press the dice. We have a 2, so that would mean that we need to remove 5. 3 and 2, 5. And then we'd also need to add from our tub here 1 to each one of the groups. Okay. Now we need to record our findings. We'll record it into our table here. Okay. So now this would be the number on the dice, which is 2. So we put 2. The number of least resistant bacteria, we had 13, we minus 5, so that would be 8. And we add 1 more, should be 9. 3, 6, 9. Okay. So this one should be 9. Resistant bacteria. So we had 3, 6, and 1, 7. Okay. That should be 7. Extremely resistant, which is now 2. Which gives us a total of 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 2, 18. Okay, so for trial 1, our graph is already taking some shape. Graph is being built as you put in the data from the table. Okay. So I will go ahead and do the rest of trials for you, so that so that I don't bore you to death doing this repetitively over and over again. Okay. So this is the basis of the lab. In class, you will get the data to finish up the table, and see what the graph turns out to be. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you in class.